Okay, so it is time to plant tomatoes. I feel like I've been holding my breath, ready to plant tomatoes since forever now, and they are just bursting inside of the greenhouse. And so I am going to be preparing the ground in this video to plant them out today. Hey y'all, so I'm about to plant our very first tomato of the season, and it is this indigo rose. Let it be known that she was the first to be planted, and I am so excited about this tomato. From the time I took those seeds, from the time I saw the seed packet, I was like, oh my goodness. To the time that I was able to pour out those seeds and put it in every single cell, I was excited. I had so much anticipation, and I still have so much anticipation for this beauty right here. So here's to hoping for the best. I'm actually going to be doing something different this year as I switch my focus from just planting as much as I can, which I still want to do. But I really want to learn about the soil and what I can do to improve it. We received a ton of rabbit poop from a close friend who has rabbits on their farm, and they were so generous and shared so much of it with us. So I am very excited about what this means for our garden this year. So if you are unfamiliar with rabbit manure, it is considered a cold manure. And what that means is that you don't have to let it age, or you don't have to compost it before you use it. So you can place it right on your garden and not worry about it burning your plants. Okay, so it is a brand new day and so much has changed since yesterday. Tons of tomatoes got planted with that method that I showed you guys with the rabbit poop and then the soil and then the tomatoes on top of that. I just moved this trellis from over here so that I can just amend and kind of till up this soil right here, because I can use the fence. I don't need another trellis. And it dawned on me, like, why am I feeling squished right here when I can just use the fence to trellis? And if the tomatoes do incredibly well and they grow past 4 feet tall, which they probably will, then I can just add some trellising up here to the top. I can either use the bamboo, I can use some fencing, I can use the twine. There's so many options to extend the height of this area for the growing tomatoes. So I'm going to do that to get more space. Another thing that we've done is move this green stalk as well as her sister down there. We moved the green stalks, and I'm going to show you why. So this is the area that the green stalks were in, and I love them here. I love walking into the garden and seeing the green stalks there, but I think that I can better utilize this space because I need some more space to plant tomatoes. It's all about the tomato, y'all. And so I'm thinking that I can just build a box here so that I can plant tomatoes. I was just originally going to put them in the ground, but there is bamboo right underneath this section over here. That's why it's covered with pine straw. It's also covered with a tarp underneath the pine straw. And when I started to dig here, there are some very deep roots here. And so I'm really thinking that it's going to be best for me to build something here. And then also I can cover this with something built and build something on this side as well. That was not my original plan, but I can do tomatoes in the back and still do flowers all along the front of the box. So that's what I'm thinking is going to be the best for this space right here, to best utilize this space. Here's where we put the other green stalk. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous coming out here, and the green stalk being full with all the beauties and just right here at another entrance of the garden. And so I really like this location. I think it's going to really be life-giving. Just like last year, I went to our local FFA sale and supported them and bought a ton of marigolds as well as some cleosha. Remember, I had this, if you were here last year, I had this cleosha in the garden. It's not really showing up on camera well, but they are beautiful. I'm back here. Let's go check out what what he's doing. Looks like he's putting in a window. Looking good. Looking very good. Well, I'm talking about you first, but then. Man, this is coming together so nicely. You're incredible. Try and try again, yes. So this is the making of our garden shed closet. Thomas made a special room for all of the lawnmowers and weed eater. Well, there's only one lawnmower, but the weed eater and those type of things that are for yard maintenance, he built this room right here. And so this is the doorway looking out to the garden. So nice. Oh my goodness. So nice. I really love this layout because this will be a wall. So that means I can do some shelves here. And then on the inside of this wall, this will be the other window. So I'll be able to overwinter plants over here. I'm really excited about that. It's so spacious. And then we'll get a little bit more back this way. So I'll have another extra section of the garden. I'm probably going to do some trees because we were gifted some elderberry and we were gifted some fig. And so we might just have a fig tree garden on this side. So I really love the no dig method and have used it in our garden previously, but sometimes you have to dig. This ground is very hard, and although I use the edge, I've never used the middle for planting. And so I really needed to give it a good till so that I can amend all of that soil down in there and just make it better. And it's crazy how many roots are here. And so I just really need to get this all together so that I can start to make this bed usable for what we need it for. So just like I did with the tomato holes on the other side, I'm going to be just filling this trench with some rabbit manure. And if you are unfamiliar with rabbit manure, like it's packed with nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, minerals, micronutrients. It contains calcium, magnesium, sulfur. Like it is like a 2-1-1 fertilizer. Look how thick that root is. Right down the middle of the bed that I need to prepare. Finally got enough of it out. This is huge. This is still left in there. It goes under the fence. Whew. It's a workout. Gardening is a workout. Okay, so I got a good sized trench in here right now. I definitely feel it. But I cut lots of roots up to get rid of those, and now I'm just going to fill the trench with some of this rabbit manure mulch mix that I have, and we're just gonna put that down in there so we can start to work on this soil at a deeper level. This is what I'm about to scoop into that trench. Organic matter. Put my tape measure out so it's super easy to space my tomatoes as I'm going. I am planting a ton of tomatoes. I'm gonna try to see if we can't squeeze 100 in the garden this year, and there are over 70 different varieties, and I'm so excited about so many of them. Like, just the names of some are just so cool. I laid all of the tomatoes out and I did water the hole, and I'm just going to put soil on top of them all, and I am going to leave them down like this, and then they're going to curve back up, reaching for the sun, so that we have some more that's in the soil. There's 11 here. I'm so excited about the Black Beauty. Also, the Black Creme is in this bunch. The mushroom, the Kellogg's breakfast. I've heard really great things about that. And so I'm so excited to see how these grow. So for this trellis, I use some just poles that we've had forever, and they're just laying in the backyard, and some fencing. Perfect trellis. Okay, so this is where we have our onions and garlic growing. It's not looking great. I don't know if it's about to have like a growth spurt. It still has until June, and so I started removing some of the mulch that was on here just so that I could get to the actual bulb and make sure that there's enough space for it to grow. And so I'm not giving up hope yet. These elephant garlic look incredible, but all of these are very small. Lots of little growth over here, and so this will be like the third time I've tried to grow something in this area, which encourages me even more to really help out this soil, to do what I can to really put organic matter in it, and really help it to be fertile, because at this point I feel like things should be growing over here. I have a friend who is helping tremendously. It's the same one who gave us this poo that we are using, and so I'm going to be able to amend this soil rightly, and even in the fall really get this soil so much better than it is right now. And so I'm looking forward to that. I do hope that these things will grow, but I'm not going to give up hope on having a very fertile in-ground garden space over here. I just dug a trench along the side here, and so this is where I'm going to put our poo in. I'm going to put it right along there, and I'm going to plant some tomatoes over here. And so this gives us more space to plant tomatoes right in the midst of garlic and onion, so hopefully that helps with pests. I'm thinking about planting green beans along this edge, and on the back I'm thinking about doing cucumbers. And so this could be a really great area for all types of good things to grow. For today on tomato plants was 50. So I will be seeing what I can do, where I can put at least 50 more. I would love to grow 100 tomatoes this year. Gardening is definitely hard work, but it is so worth it. In order to get these beds ready the way that I want them to be, I still need to add the hay / poo to the top of the beds and then mulch on top of that. Definitely want our family to have so much produce this year, but my eyes is definitely more in tune to trying to better this soil, because I think that if we can get that figured out, we're going to have so many more years of having a successful garden. All of our Thai basil is growing really nice, and I need to get these marigolds outside ASAP. They are so ready to go out. More basil in the back. This is our valerian. How cool is that? It just popped up. I'm so excited about this herb. Flowers are growing. I need to up pot these. I could probably at this point plant them into the garden, but I want to safeguard them from the slugs. These are the floret zinnias. Already looking strong, some of them anyway. I did start setting up our soaker hose today. Just kind of feeding it through, seeing where I want it to go. I'm hoping to have it go all the way back and weave through those 4 boxes back there and kind of in there. It would be really great to turn on the hose and know that it's going to water all those plants. And then we have some irrigation that we are trying to figure out that was sent to us by a really sweet guy last year. And so we have been working to figure that out, and I'm going to use the drip irrigation in the front of the garden. So for now, I'm going to have to use the soaker hoses back here, which is totally fine. It's all underneath those our weed fabric for our flowers, and whipping it through here. Just being able to water is, I think it really makes a garden successful or not. Especially when you live in a really hot place like we do. Even in the greenhouse, like, it is very hot in there. And so I'm frantically trying to plant everything out. We went from no, it's not time, till it's past time to plant everything out, because we have very hot days. So it's really hot in the greenhouse. But I'm really grateful for our fan in there, because it does wonders. It really does. Crazy, because these onions in the crate are actually doing the best, and this was a last ditch effort because I didn't have another place to plant onions. These were planted months later than that front section. And look at these onions. That is wild to me. I don't understand why these are doing so great. These are the only ones planted in a container. All the other ones are planted in, well, I mean, these are planted in a container, but these still aren't doing as great. This is not potting mix. You know, it's the soil in this, but this is a potting mix that I mixed up together and put it in there. And so that's a huge difference. Ranunculus in these beds are actually the happiest. A lot of the other ones dwindled away, but these ones are healthy. Wow, Thomas did such an incredible job. It amazes me. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will talk to you guys next time.